Hey y'all. Hi everybody. Glad to see all of y'all in here. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just looking back. Wow. So glad y'all are all here. I hope y'all can hear me. I was having trouble with my earbuds earlier. Hi Jason, Sandy Wandy, hey Red, John, Keela, hey Shelly, Barbara. Hi Keela. Again, I think I already said hi to Keela, so I said it again. I think that's everybody. Hey Warren. Oh, thank you, Jason. I see the 5x5 now. So, guys, hang on a second. I'm going to try to post a link for anybody who wants to join me on the stage. I mean, on the screen, whichever you want to say it. I'm going to try to post it in the chat here. Oh, hang on, that's a problem. Hold on just 1 second, guys. So, there is an issue with I'm having a slight issue with my earbuds. I'm sorry. Hold on just 1 second. Okay, hopefully y'all can hear me even better now. Is that still pretty good? And Red, you are so welcome. I figured, it seems to have been kind of a rough weekend, so I think a lot of us need it. Okay. Hang on, just sorry guys. This is the only way I know to. Oh, this is the only way I know to put the link in chat. So hang on just a second. Well, maybe I can. My phone doesn't like me today. Hi, Journey. Thank you guys. I'm so sorry. I promise now it wants to show me analytics. I'm sorry. Hang on just a second. Well, maybe I can do this here. Hang on. Thought I had to do it on my phone, but maybe not. I'm going to post a link here for anybody who may want to join me on the screen. Hopefully it works. I've never tried to do this, so hang on just a second. There we go. I've never actually, like I said, never actually had anybody join me in any of my streams. I've joined other people, but never had anybody join me. So, but if anybody would like to, there's the link right there. Hang on a second. I'm sorry. I'm trying to look through here and see. Oh, heck. Here we go. Oh, I got my first guest. Hang on a second. Let me get you added on here. There she is.
How are you?
I am good. How are you?
I've been having a rough week, so been crying all week. So, and hearing this news,
I'm so sorry to hear that.
yeah, I'm just. I hope people that are close to Sin is with her or on hand, and
I hope so.
that's a terrible
Yeah.
situation.
And for those in here who may not know, Sin, who is also cooking Americana, oh hell no, and a few other names on here, tragically lost her husband today, very suddenly. So please, thoughts and prayers and everything else for Sin. Yeah. And I'm sorry to hear you've been having such a rough week, but at least hopefully this makes you smile. You get the honor of being my first guest.
I'm actually the first guest anywhere.
Oh wow.
I've never been on anyone else's stream. So I've been in my little corner.
So we're figuring this
So,
out together.
I know I'm like terrified to share my the share button, the present button. So Marilyn went through it with me, and it seems simple enough, but when I get on it, for some reason, it's just me talking instead of me showing receipts and proof of what I'm talking about. So
Right.
it's yeah, I've been questioned a lot, even by an ex Scientologist, about the Uganda situation. I don't know if you've heard anything, because no one talks about it.
No.
There's two villages, Uganda and Liberia, and Scientology has come in and with their ministry and their orphanages. There's 70 kids in one that do their daily TRs.
Oh wow.
I have all these pictures. I have 138 pictures to go through and show everybody.
Wow.
And they're like, Scientology wouldn't pay for that. I'm like, Scientology's not. It's the Scientologists that run Scientology. It's people. And these kids are lost their parents in landslides. They have deadly landslides, take out crops and everything. And they keep calling them primitive people.
Wow.
Because they don't have cell phones and they don't have anything but the basic needs. They live in the jungle. So they're like, oh, the primitive people. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, people don't live like you.
No.
And they don't need your crap. They don't need the way to happiness to tell you this is going to make your life better.
Yeah,
So
right.
they're building sustainable villages. They're this one woman has made it her mission, which is lovely, to raise money and buy animals, certain animals and supplies, because everything's been wiped out. Go in and actually help them. But in return, you're now subject to hypnotic, and I mean, these are babies. These are young kids. So who have no say.
Right.
The way of life. And so I'm watching that develop.
Wow.
And so
Hey, Lady Jane out.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So it's just, I've been talking about it on my channel, but I get a lot of weird, that's not true. And I knew that one was from the Sacramento Church or the Ideal Org. I was like, yes, it is. And I have proof to say that they say English. I don't know word for word, but you need to know English to get out of your area. I'm like, what? Yeah, and there's some other things that they're building their ideal village. So like Ideal Org, like the word ideal is not anywhere near. I know. I'm like just reading this magazine that this person is so proud of, and she got a letter of ethics letter accommodating her, like praising her. Hey, you did all this work. And that was like 2 years ago with her starting this mission. So she got the plan, got the approval, and she went in. And they have only a couple true patrons, what they call it, people that keep donating.
Right.
So, yep, I've been watching, and she actually posts their stats. They count children as their stats. They count freaking how much water they gave, everything. And there's just over last weekend, not this weekend, last weekend, there was a deadly landslide near a university that this 20-year-old was sent to.
Wow.
They were pulling bodies out, and he had like 8 bodies by him. And he's like, stats, 9 orphans seen. Why are we counting? I'm just like livid. I'm like, what is going on? Because that's in a completely different village. So what are we doing? Because if you truly want to help, which you are,
Yeah.
but in a way you're saying only Scientology can help, like Tom Cruise. Like, you know, Tom Cruise can only help that poor little thing. You know, it's like, oh, they were destitute. Like they lived generations of generations in this village, in this jungle. So,
And Journey, we have somebody joining us.
ooh,
We have Hockey Town John.
hello.
Good
Hey, John.
evening, ladies.
Oh, and hi, Sir Crepidus, and hi, Fraud. I'm sorry I didn't get to say hi to y'all a minute ago.
Hi guys.
Yeah.
I don't see anything, so.
You can't see the chat?
But I'm running on my rant of Uganda.
Oh.
Sorry.
Well, John, how's your night going?
It's going better.
That's good. I know you had a rough day. But
Oh, I got a heck of a delay going on here.
you got a lot. You got a delay or an echo? I'm sorry. My husband's texting me at the same time. Yeah. Sorry, y'all are my first guests. I've never had anybody on my stream before, so like, yeah.
I wish it was under better circumstances, but
Yeah. I'm kind of hoping.
Yep.
I'm kind of hoping Sin pops in here. Hey, Susan. You know, like I emailed her, but I don't have her phone number or anything. But so I emailed her earlier. But hey, Carrie Ann. Anyway, the link is there for if any of y'all want to join.
I'm gonna pop out and try coming back in, see if that helps.
Okay, John. Yeah, I can't believe they're actually. Well, no, let me take that back. I can't believe that it's Scientology we're talking about. So I can't believe they're trying to pull that crap.
Yep.
And I've heard it said many times, and I agree. The way to happiness, I've heard it rephrased as the way to crappiness. So, yeah.
I have screenshotted so much content, but I'm still afraid of that damn button that never works for me. So I'm just hoarding information. In Cuba, I think it is. It's southern South America. They
Right.
They distributed like Sciento math. So I screenshotted this saying because it was like, we had this many and we did, sent out that. So the crime is down 50%. And I'm like,
No.
Yeah. No. No. It's so interesting that you don't even need to read it. Just touch the book and magic apparently happening. Even if you read it, you're not applying anything. So even if you did all the steps, it's not gonna,
I'm not gonna
Cancel wars.
Hi, Pamela.
You know,
I
this
can't remember
book
if I
is
said hi,
right.
sorry.
We should be friends.
Right.
I don't know. It's just because they don't want to talk about bad news, so that
Right.
just automatically limits everything.
Yeah.
John, I'm not familiar with you. Where are you located on Earth?
Where am I located on Earth?
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't want to assume that you're in the U.S. So
Yes, I'm actually located just north of Detroit, Michigan.
oh, okay. I have family.
John is Hockeytown John.
Hmm.
He's one of my fellow mods on Reese's channel.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yep.
So John, what have you what do you got to say today, John?
Oh, I just came on to give you some support. It's been a heck of a weekend for a lot of us, and just thought I'd jump on here and see if anybody needed to talk.
Well, thank you for that.
Sure.
I really do appreciate that. You've always been somebody good for me to talk to on here. I always look forward to going on here and talking to all of y'all.
That's
Hi,
right.
Scooter. And Scooter, I know you just came into the link is in the chat if you want to join in. Scooter is actually the one that let me know about Sin's husband.
That's him.
I can't. My husband has a lot of health problems, and that just scares me just thinking about that.
Yeah. Here today, gone tomorrow.
Right. For those who just came in and may not know, Sin, who is also Oh Hell No, or Cooking Americana, she's got a few names on here. She suddenly lost her husband today to a massive heart attack. So if y'all could please keep her in your thoughts and prayers and good vibes or good thoughts or whatever you do, she really needs it. Hey, Janet. Anyway, I'm so glad y'all came up here and joined me. Both of you. And so, Journey, where are you located?
I'm in Northern California. So I cover
okay.
Sacramento, or so I'm just outside of Sacramento.
No
I don't want to give the location too much.
Right.
I don't know what OSA offered is.
Yeah.
I'm OSA, according to that list.
I gotta go.
In the chat, and they literally, I was at the org and I was laughing because I was not streaming at all because I'm trying to deliver a message from Jefferson Hawkins. I don't know if you guys know him. He was at the Gold Base. He did all the marketing, like the giant volcano erupting. Wow. He worked with one of the people at Sacramento that isn't Sacramento. She worked at the Gold Base. And he says she's in trouble. So I'm trying to get a message. So I'm not filming. I'm trying to be covert. But the stupid, he is OSA and he is the ED of Day.
Oh, wow.
Comes right by me and his eyes get big. And I'm eating my salad. And I'm like, dude. I just look familiar. Right. I was like, no, they're alerted now. Might as well go live. Yeah.
Right.
So I'm like, damn it. This is my second attempt. First attempt, it was someone. First, let me finish my thought. When I went live, someone said, I hope you have good car insurance. And it's like, damn.
That's a hell of a thing to say.
Yeah. And then it was like my first attempt to get this message, because she's the estates manager, takes out trash, cleans everything, cleans toilets, all that. And so I'm trying not to lock it down so she comes out, because I have a notice of trespass. I can't go in. And then so here I'm waiting, And then someone's telling me that they did a bunch of chalk, and I'm like, I don't see anything. Oh wait, I see a couple chalk. So I grab little pieces and I write Colt, and I'm on camera, and I'm like, this is not why I'm here. And then I just was like, let me see if she's back. I literally go around the corner and I see this very young lady, but it's like she looks malnourished. She's actually a 14-year-old, third generation, just going to Delphi now. I just found out her brother, and all these cousins went on the free winds, like that competent thing, learning how to tie knots and stuff. Went to Aruba and all these other three. Yeah. So here I'm like, that's Chloe. And then all of a sudden, who shows up? Osa, the big guy. And I was like, he like literally went like that. And I was like, damn it. I blew my own freaking cover. I'm on camera writing Cold. And I'm like, yeah, come out. Come out so I can talk to you. I was like, this is bad. This is not, no. So I thought I'd just eat my lunch on the steps. Nope. He walks right by. I was like, he never walks by me. And I have not said a word to him. I want to say stuff. And I ask him a bunch of questions because he's also the person to contact for any media questions or anything. So I'm like, how about I run by some? But I was like, this is not why I'm here, so I haven't said anything. I was like, all right. At least he remembers me. The staff doesn't recognize me, but his eyes get big.
So. Hey, no face. Yeah, according to that list, I'm sorry, Keela corrected me. I'm Osa Ent. I'm not just Osa. I'm Osa Ent.
That's right. You're special.
Well, I'm so glad you got the internet. I hear it's really hard to get over there.
I know.
Well, drastic times call for drastic measures.
Right. Yeah. Y'all can't tell anybody I'm stealing internet here.
Okay. I'm sure you put it back in your shoe or the tunnel you're digging.
Our secret's safe with us.
I'm stealing it from my own router, but you know. Yeah. I guess y'all know it's my house. We're always going to be joined by cats. Squiggy has decided to join in, apparently. That's my 5-year-old's cat. He's only up here with me because she's in bed. If she was out here, he would. I don't count anymore. Right, Squig? Yeah, he's mad at me. He will pout when I put her to bed. He pouts. At least for a little while. Anyway, I wish Zen was in here. I really wanted to tell her, tell her how sorry I am to hear. Because, like I said, I emailed her, but
yeah.
Barbara, the first reason I liked you was because of your cats. We're the crazy cat people. And to answer your question, Jada, how's the Pop-Tart situation? I have my Pop-Tarts right here with me, so he can't steal them. I don't know if y'all saw the picture of my husband all loopy on morphine and trying to eat a Pop-Tart. It's like he forgot how to eat it.
I've never had
the funniest thing I've seen in a while.
I've been on a lot of painkillers, and I never an incident where I we until I broke my hand, and I was I went on a really weird trip because they had to reset my arm and they knocked me out, but I woke up and it was a party and I saw a bunch of colors and I was like, okay, who are you? I met everybody else, but who are you holding my hand? And they were just like, oh, okay, she's a little special right now. So yeah, I see those videos and I was like, I've never been there. And I was like, oh wait, this February I was.
Hey John, Barbara wants to know if you got a haircut. She said she likes it. I don't know if you can see the chat.
No.
Just
watched it. Been working on a house doing home improvements, and we've got some leaky skylights. So I spent most of the afternoon on the roof with my wife trying to seal those up and fresh out of the shower. So this is the fresh out of the shower look.
Has the summer weather down there turned to fall yet? Over
For
there,
me,
not down there.
Up here in Michigan, no, not
Yeah,
yet.
sorry.
We usually the leaves start turning colors about second week of September, and
Yeah.
then runs till about the first or second week of October, where they're at their peak.
I've only been out to Michigan in summer, so
It's my favorite
Yeah.
time of year.
I just don't know when the weather turns because it could be so humid out there
Oh yeah,
and mosquitoes.
yep. Summer lasts
hey
about
Dusty,
3
hey
months
Papa.
around here.
Oh, and this is Sabrina, y'all. I think she's my little Velcro cat. She'll likely be here for the whole time. She's when we got her, she didn't want anybody bothering her. She was basically feral when we first got her. She didn't want to be touched. Didn't want nobody bothering her, and I worked with her for a while and worked with her. Now, long story short, she's done a complete 180, and now she's glued to my lap.
Come here, sweet boy.
That's good. We've got 2 orange tabbies. They were brothers, and they were I think they were part of a litter, and they were abandoned by their owners who moved out. And the 2 of them used to come to our front door every day, and they were the sweetest little cats. And eventually we figured out that they didn't belong to anybody, so we kind of inherited them. One of them refuses to get over being feral. Every time you open the door, he just like he was shot out of a cannon. The other one is happy being a house cat, but that one, never changing him.
Well, this one, the Squiggy, his mama was a pregnant stray we took in, and we ended up keeping the babies. He has a twin around here. It's his, like I said, his name is Squiggy, and his brother is Lenny. So we've got Lenny and Squiggy for anybody that's what. Yeah,
You're dating yourself.
I am.
Half these people won't know what the hell we're talking about.
Laverne and Shirley. But we have one orange tabby. For anybody that doesn't know, we have 14 cats.
Holy moly.
Yeah. We have one orange tabby, and I tell him all the time, and he's very lucky he's cute because he's a brat. And he bullies her. Something, I mean, just awful. I don't know why he just decided he doesn't like her.
Yeah, cats can be weird that way.
Speaking of Squiggy's mom, this is Squiggy's mom. There's Callie.
Aw.
You say hi? For anybody that watches the lifeboat, I tell everybody this is Squirrel's twin. She get her face up in the camera, you can really tell. But she ain't going to. Where are you going? You gonna make a liar out of me? I told him you were gonna stick around.
All right, what is this? I'm sorry, I'm reading the chat here. Pamela FP Butterfly.
I have 3 cats and 2 dogs. One of my dogs just turned a year. And today, my 6-year-old, almost 7-year-old golden retriever is limping. He did something to his hip. So my husband's like, he's fine. And I'm like, doesn't look good. He could put weight on it, but he doesn't want to swing it to walk.
That's not good.
And that's who you hear. Hey, the neighbors watering their flowers, their garden. They just moved in, and he has not accepted them.
I have a dog, but he just went outside and he wouldn't come back in before the stream, so he's stuck outside until I'm done. No Face wanted to know what everyone's best cat name is. Let's see. So he says, what is anyone's best cat name? I have 2 cats, Who and Cloudy. That's from No Face. No Face, I'll tell you, one of mine was from my childhood. We had a cat named Leavin. When I was a kid, he was a stray, and he followed me home, and my dad looked at me and said, that cat is leaving. he stayed, and so did the name. And
Like,
I was I was telling my dad about that. What we were talking about that a few days ago. I said, "You remember leaving?" I said. He said, "Yeah, we also had." He said, "We had, and we had." He said before that we had a cat named History. I said. He said for the same reason. He said it showed up, and he said that cat's History.
well, we've got 3 tabbies. One of them is a, I don't know what you would call her. She's black and white striped, and she was a barn cat that was, I think she was the runt, and she was abandoned by her mom. And my wife's aunt found her and bottle fed her until she was weaned, and then gave her to us. And we named her Holly because she found her on Christmas Day.
Uh-huh.
And the 2 orange boys are Nacho and Cheeto.
I like that.
And then we got a
Now,
little.
this one, you can't have that. Sorry, Sabrina left me, so I'm stealing Callie.
we
And
got a
No
little.
Face, he said, No Face said, where'd Journey go?
I don't know.
She
She
just left us.
disappeared on us.
No Face says my aunt had a dog named. That one can't. I don't know if I can say that on here. And damn it, but my sister has a cat with the same name.
Damn it.
She just got him, and
Well, it's
I
like
asked
that.
her.
It's like that old joke about when we were kids. You know, everybody thought that their name was Damn It or Jesus Christ until they were like 8.
Yeah, there you go. She's back.
There she is.
Sorry. I tried to write in the chat and it took me out. Wanted me to log back in or something. So, but somebody else put my channel in the chat. Yeah, no, when I was growing up, I had we inherited a cat because she was a 20-some-year-old blonde young lady. Her name was really Barbara, but she went by Barbie. And she had to move, but she had this cat that she couldn't take. And my mom was hesitant because the name is Booger. So every time we would call the cats for food, Booger, we're yelling through the neighborhood. And we're
Come
like,
here,
all
Booger.
we need is Kleenex. I was a young kid and I thought it was hilarious. But why would Barbie name her cat?
Sorry, Sir Crepitus. Sin does have a Cash App. I can't seem to get in there to put the link in. I don't know if any of my mods have it or not. But Scooter Mom, do you have her? If you have her link, I will. Well, I don't know if I can mod you. Anyway, I'm sorry. Yeah. Because my cousin somehow ended up with the nickname Booger. His name is Jimmy, but his brother Johnny nicknamed him Booger, and apparently everybody at their school knew him as that. And I was like, okay, I didn't know that until we were adults. And so we went somewhere, and somebody called him Booger, and I was like, what are they talking about?
No.
Hey, Robert, and good night. I'm trying to get in here to put that link in here in the chat, and my phone doesn't like me.
Don't ask me to press any buttons. I pressed chat and it kicked me out. This is why I'm like, I have 138 pictures of one theme and ready to go.
Right.
And I keep collecting and I feel like a hoarder.
I have trouble doing thumbnails. What the heck? I'm sorry. Something just shot off outside and scared me.
So I nicknamed my dog, who just turned 1 year. I found out there's different kinds of golden retrievers. She's Canadian, so has more energy like a cattle dog. It all makes sense now. Because her name's Willow, but her nickname is Piranha. Because holy crap. I'm like, stop piranhaing. Because her her first command was, don't be rude, because she would pester my calm, easygoing. It's like he's always on weed or something. He's a very calm dog, but she's just bouncing off the walls, and I'm like, I don't remember him like this. And then second command is mind your business. The whole neighborhood hears me when we're walking, because I try to walk them off leash because he's good. She has a
Okay.
lot of learning. So I'm always yelling at her, mind your business, instead of leave it alone.
My husband, it just landed himself in big trouble.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
All this noise that I've been saying, what is that, and all this other stuff, I just looked out there and he's got his face pressed up against the window being a goob.
Oh, Don
Yeah,
Dubs
so-
is in the chat.
That's
Hi,
him out
Don.
there making all that noise.
Is he purposely trying to scare you?
Yes.
My husband
And the
knows better
cats.
than that.
My cat, I just had like 5 cats go flying out of the room.
When I was pregnant, my daughter's 15, so when I was pregnant, I told my husband, we've been married almost 20 years now, but I flat out told him, make me mad enough, I'll dig your grave in the backyard.
Damn.
Don't.
My cousin. Okay, now he's out there howling at the dog, y'all.
Trying to rile everybody up.
Yes.
No.
My cousin is the one that I said they called him Booger. His name is Jimmy, but he's always been very protective, and he did not like my ex-husband. Nobody did, and he would always joke about he has a house in Ohio, but he was living down with his dad in Florida to keep helping his dad. So he'd always tell me, he's like, look, I got 200 acres in Ohio and I live on a swamp in Florida. He said, nobody'd ever find him.
No. No, when I was pregnant, I was like, whew, everything was so, just.
Oh, God.
And we were
I
only
was
married
not.
for 3 years by then. So it was like we still are polar opposites and, would fight to the death over the smallest thing. So that's why I was like, I will go dig that 6 feet deep. It could be straight vertical. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I had a child with, I've had a child with in both marriages, my first one and this one, and both of them were threatened with their life,
Oh.
both when I was pregnant and in labor, because it's like, look, you did this to me.
Oh, yeah. No.
I've heard that
Yeah.
multiple times.
No, I remember, and this is when I started not really going to church as much, because someone overheard me in, what is it called? Not the sanctuary, but kind of like out by the door. I don't know what it's called anymore. But I was telling them about my postpartum, and it was so bad that I just would not stop crying. It's like, the thoughts. So I was telling about my thoughts, but I'm already on medication and it was much better. But I was telling them, really, postpartum is horrible. And you feel crazy because you are having crazy thoughts. And here this person took my words, because my pregnancy was horrible. I couldn't eat anything or hold anything down. And so I lost almost 10 pounds the first trimester, and I only gained 22 pounds my whole pregnancy. So it
That's not nice.
horrible. And so I said it was evil. Well, they took that and said, called CPS on me. saying that I believe my daughter is the devil
You tell me
incarnate.
what you're doing me.
Maybe.
I was like, what is going
What?
on? It's like, no, and you think you're talking to other people about it's okay to talk about this stuff and to get help, but someone overheard me and
Well, I was going to give you
immediately
something, but now I don't think I will.
took it to a whole new level instead of talking to me about it. So it was just so weird because I'm like, well,
I guess I'll just eat this
it's hard to
cheeseburger
be
I got you.
honest with your feelings and your emotions, because then you're going to get penalized when there's nothing to penalize because someone actually is in a place of whether they are asking for help or they're saying, hey, I already got help, and talking to other new mothers. So it's just horrible. So what brought you
sorry, guys.
into this movement, John?
To be honest, I think it was the Aftermath show at first, certainly. And then from there, I started digging a little deeper, doing some research, and I stumbled across Aaron's channel and really started liking that. And from there, it kind of branched out. I mean, everybody that, kind of spawned from that channel, that's how I found Reese. That's how I found Sterling. That's how I found, so many of the second and third gens, and just ran down that rabbit hole. And now I'm in the thick of it. So now I mod for Reese. I mod for Keela and Gretchen on their Mental Health Matters channel. I mod for Reese and Tommy on their channel.
Oh, nice.
And I'm doing some moderation work on the Facebook channels, and yeah, it's almost a full-time job at this point.
Yeah,
But
I can imagine.
I mean, living where I live, I mean, we don't have any big Scientology buildings or anything near where I live, so not being able to get out there with the protesters, this is kind of my way of, helping out any way I can.
That's awesome.
I'm sorry, y'all. My husband just came in and I was trying to fill him in on some
Oh,
stuff.
by the way, I backed over the
How
mountain.
dare you, Sunrise Dawn? Have a life. Just horrible.
Right. I think her husband is purposely trying to sabotage the stream.
It's such an OSA move, right?
Yeah. I think they got that wrong. It's not her.
Really,
that's
she's
Osa.
the OSA. It's her husband. She's just.
They said that I'm not OSA, you are.
I don't know what they're talking about.
Maybe it was him in my chat asking me if I have good car insurance.
I did it back.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
Keela.
you're in trouble when that's the first thing they ask you.
I know. I'm just like, are you serious? Because I
I'm
was
sorry,
like, Sacramento's
Keela's
not like that.
breaking
I'm 4 blocks from the Capitol. You don't think there's tons of cameras
Right.
and there's security that walks around the car garage anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I'm like a block from the courthouse. So I'm like, not many people are going to get away with anything.
Right. You wouldn't think so.
But it's just strange because I'm like, I'm not afraid of that. So.
No.
Sorry, y'all.
Oh, I pushed the damn button.
Nicole, thank you for asking. He's slowly getting better. He's got a lot of doctor's appointments and stuff we've been having to go to, but they're asking how you're feeling. You can say hi if you want to. They can hear you.
Ask him. Can he neck down a Pop-Tart yet?
I want to know if you remember how to eat Pop-Tarts yet. Yeah.
That's good.
He said hello. And Scooter, yes, that's how you know if he's feeling okay. It's if he's teasing me, he's feeling good.
Yeah, absolutely.
John,
See, y'all don't know what I did to y'all don't know what I did to him last night.
Uh-oh.
He
Do tell.
We've had this running prank pretty much ever since we got married that when one of us is in the shower, the other one will go in and throw
Oh, not
cool
the
water
cold
on them.
water. Oh no,
So
we used to do that
at
here
least
too.
I'm nice. I don't do ice water like somebody. Anyway, the last time that happened was about a year ago. He threw water on me, and I told him, I said, I will get even. He said, you'll forget. I said, no, I'm going to wait. And I said, I will wait until you think I've forgotten. I waited a
Oh
year.
no. Oh my
Revenge is a
God.
dish best served cold.
Absolutely.
I am so glad I would be divorced so fast. Or that grave, and I would be, oh, I'm a widow. I don't know where my husband went.
Our boys used to love doing stuff like that when they were young. They're all
Well,
grown up
we
now,
have
but
we have discovered that if we don't play around and play jokes on each other, we tend to argue a lot, like a
mhm.
lot more.
You have to
So
bring
we're
the fun and the
right.
laughter in. Because if you don't do that, you get angry or you cry. Because life gets hard.
It does.
Exactly.
My husband and I argue about the little things, but when something big comes down, we can come together, and that's how we know that okay, it's worth it.
Right.
Yeah,
We do love each other. We
absolutely.
just get, we have hard times that, because we're two individual people, and we've been together since high school, and we've grown up. We're in our 40s now, so it's hard to manage any, all different walks of life, like having a child, different career changes, health, finances, because I live in California, and with the whole 2008, and that's when I had my daughter, when the market crashed, we
Ooh.
almost lost our house. We were almost homeless. I was going to have to live with my in-laws on their couch. It's like, oh, hell no. I'm going to do something.
Kidding.
We got to do something quick with a newborn, and where are you going to go?
I think that's one of the reasons. That's another reason why I was so attracted to this movement. We've got such an incredible community of people between second gens, third gens, never ends. It's just, and everyone is so loving and so caring. And I just can't say enough about the people in this community, and when every once in a while, when somebody does try to sneak in who, has ill intent, I mean, all you got to do is say chat assemble and everybody just
You gotta eat your
flushes that
cheeseburger.
person out, and yeah, it's a loving, safe environment, and I couldn't ask for a better group of people to call friends.
Exactly.
Exactly.
My husband was like an activist. No, we don't, because we have San Francisco. We have all very, very far left, and he's more to the right, and I'm stuck in the middle going, everyone needs to live how they want to live. I don't want anyone telling me how I should live. I'm not going to tell someone else. And so with this, I was like, it's still going on. This is not like a documentary in the past that we've learned from, and that's what made me like, oh, put me in. What do I need to do? I can't even push a damn button, but I will do have my voice and go down the whatever I need to do. And he didn't like it. And then when I told him about the Sea Org member, second gen, that was at the Gold Base, but now at SAC, I told him her story, and he's like, okay, all right. Because I was like, I gotta go down there. So
Yeah.
that's what got me back at the Org, because he's like, we don't need any of that drama. Scientology is not a good thing to bring on to the family. Like he was afraid for his and my daughter's safety, and I was like, I get it. I'm afraid for everyone, but they need to stop. So,
Well, and one of the things that's hard being a protester is that you're out there. I mean, you're on everybody's streams. Your face is out there. They're gonna find out things about you, you know. Whereas we're kind of hiding behind our screens here, and I mean we're not unvulnerable either, but I mean I feel a lot more for you guys because I know a lot of the protesters get followed around on a regular basis.
Hmm.
You know, OSA's paying homeless people to cause ruckus amongst the community. I mean,
Yes.
it's a constant battle for you guys. I really feel for you guys.
Yeah. Thankfully, I only experienced that when DOA came to San Francisco and then to SAC. We saw people come out of the woodwork, or the
Right.
cement cracks. I don't know where the hell they came from.
Mhm.
But when I'm out there, I don't yell or anything. I'm more of an observer, and that's why they kind of forgot about me, except the big guy. But the foundation, I say hi to all the time, and most of the guys will say hi back to me. One kept his TRs in and just was drinking his water, just like staring. I was like, I know you hear me. Good job keeping your TRs in. Have a great night. Like, I'm still gonna talk to you because I exist and you exist. Can't
Mhm.
pretend that we don't exist.
Right.
So it's more about human interaction than I want to scold someone for believing in crap. But um, that's why I'm on that borderline of like, you do whatever you need to do. But a kid did the Purif in 2019 at age 9 at Sacramento Org. And I know there's kids coming up
Yeah.
that are third generations that are about to do the same thing. And that's when I was like, that's when you're going to hear me.
Yeah, I know. And
Ew.
when you see the videos of them loading those kids on the buses, and oh god, it just breaks my heart.
It's unbelievable.
It just strengthens my resolve in what we're trying to do.
And the elderly, oh my gosh.
Oh yeah.
Just these people that I've given their whole life or about just starting out their life. They're not like, oh, okay, I'm an adult, I'm making my own decision. This is like you're taking advantage of the vulnerable.
Yeah. Yeah, when you hear those stories about the senior living care facilities that they have, such as they are, and you know they're opening credit cards in these people's names, and it makes me sick.
Yeah.
No shame.
Yeah.
Like they did with Mike's mom.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. And that she knows most were her age that were in bunk beds before she went to the you know, you can drop the body whole deal.
Right.
The hospital type care center.
Hmm.
But they were
And
still in bunk beds in their 70s.
Yeah,
wow. Hi,
It's
Laura.
unbelievable.
it is. It's sickening.
So,
Yeah, in fact, Keela just mentioned that. Her and I were talking about that earlier. It's just it breaks you when you see those kids. It's horrible.
I keep looking at mine. She's just 5, and I keep thinking, I can't imagine putting her through anything like that.
No.
She's 5. Hey, Misha.
yeah, my
Um,
daughter's 15. And if she was in the, even in Miriam's generation, she's a little younger than I am. I was born in 82. I think she was born in 86. But I just can't imagine signing a billion-year contract at, 13 when she did?
Right.
And putting on that little uniform and doing whatever needs to be done to clear the planet.
Yeah. No.
I just, yeah. No,
and
I
I'm so,
fight for that one. Ooh.
Mhm.
You don't want to see me go for that one. No.
and Scooter Mom, I was just going to tell you that Susan is trying to post that link in the chat, and it's not letting her.
Well, that sucks.
Susan, thank you for trying so hard. I know that's why I've been looking over my phone with her message and trying to figure out why I wouldn't let her. Yeah, I mean, I had of course, my other daughter's 22, and I can't imagine putting her through that either. But at this point, she's an adult; she can make her own decisions. All I can try to do is help her out, or point her in the right direction. But especially with my 5-year-old, I can't
Yeah.
picture
And
it.
that's why I'm so thankful that there's more of that, more on the internet. So you're not going through these blind layers to where it's like, oh, if you get to OT3, if you ever get there, you really know what they believe.
Yeah.
It's so bizarre. It's like you need informed decision making.
Hmm.
This is, it's just insane to me that people
Yeah.
blindly go, okay. When I'm like, don't you see the part where you're taking away human rights? Or
Right.
maybe that's not okay, that only one person in the room can say that the auditing is over. You're trapping the other person.
Mhm.
That's
So,
false imprisonment.
yes. And that's why I was like, I'm so thankful that Jenna Miscavige had that spirit, that fighting spirit, to even
Right.
fight through her auditor. Like, I'm not doing any more I'm not doing this at a
You know,
young age, because I think she left when she was 22. But it's
he was
unbelievable.
young. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
because you
sorry, y'all.
can't do that to someone. You can't force them back in the room. That's not human rights at all.
You know what's funny is she's the sweetest, most unassuming woman you've ever met in your life, and she's got a dark side.
But you
Like
put
Keela
yourself
just
in
said.
those. Yeah, she had to survive on a ranch by herself,
Mhm.
with a
Really.
bunch of children. But there was a predator there that kept touching all the girls. So you gotta just think about, like, she has a survivor mentality in her,
Mhm.
that whatever she has to do, she will fight her way, make sure that they get the most of it just to get out of it.
Yeah.
And it is the quiet ones that you worry about,
You know what?
because it's just not okay. Everything they did,
You know,
that woman deserved from Jenna.
one of the things that we keep going back to over and over again is how ironic is it that Scientology is all about, um, being regimented and being strong in your beliefs in Scientology, yet you've got L. Ron Hubbard, who had, you look back at his family, and that was all a disaster. You look at David Miscavige, his dad left, his niece left. If
His
they're
wife disappeared.
yeah, exactly. If they're so great at the tech, how come their families don't seem to stay in? If that's a very big indicator. If your leaders can't get their shit together, then how do they expect everyone else to? It's very hypocritical, the whole thing.
Well, what's incredible to me is that seeing some of the followers, Scientologists,
Mhm.
there's a family at Sacramento Org. Both of them were in, I think, the Army together, both the mom and dad.
Mhm.
And there were, I think the dad was still alive, either one of them are careers, or both. And then they have three kids, three girls, and one of them is a high auditor. So it just blows my mind. I'm like, how are you? I get you like the regiment, but then there's something where something's not clicking for you.
Yeah.
But you get some doctors, you get some, just people that would think on their own.
Oh.
Hello, person.
My
I only
husband
saw your
says, "Hi,
chin, but
y'all."
hello.
That's My husband.
He's a cornball. That's my kind of guy right there.
I said, you're a cornball. You're this kind of guy. You gonna sit down with me?
Yeah.
Hang on. I'm gonna at least give him an earbud so maybe he can hear.
I
You don't want to hear?
why don't you take it out where it's coming through the.
Because I don't know if it will. Hold on. Oh, let me see if I can get this where it's coming through the speakers.
I had a good
Where
time
am I
hanging
at?
out with you ladies, but it's a little
Oh.
after midnight here, and I've
Oh,
got to
yeah.
work tomorrow. So
Hey, pretty.
I'm gonna gracefully bow out here. But thanks
It was
for
nice
having me
meeting you,
on.
John.
Oh, it's nice to meet you too.
Hey, mate.
Hope I get to talk to you again sometime soon.
Bye,
Yeah.
John.
But
Well,
thanks
see
for
you
having me
later.
on, and we'll talk to you later.
You're welcome.
Okay, take care.
Bye.
Can you see? Look, there we go. There's my other half.
Hello, Half.
Hello, Journey 2020.
You feeling good?
Yeah, a little
Hope
bit
you're
better.
back
A
on.
little.
Sorry, John. I'm trying to get you. There we go. I haven't had people on here.
So
with
you're
me
doing
before,
good? I'm sorry.
Yeah,
John
I'm doing.
interrupted that OSA person, man.
And
Good.
most of y'all, this is
Who all was in here?
oh, well, there's a lot of people. We got
I only see
22.
her.
Well, we got 22 watching us. It's just me and Journey hanging out on the screen. Anybody
I'm
else?
multiplying. Just yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Anybody else
when
wants
I'm a
to
bunch
come
of people.
in? See this? Oh, there's all the chat.
Oh yeah.
And Misha said that she's prayed for you actually. And Misha, I hope everything went well for you today. I did think about you earlier. Was it today or yesterday? I can't remember when you had that phone call.
She's been praying for what, man?
You
Oh.
weirdo.
What was wrong with that man?
He's you. That's why. And y'all, this is Scott. For anybody that wants to actually, you see your Mr. Sunrise Dawn.
Oh, okay.
That's your name.
That's by Carrie On.
Who's actually Janet.
I thought it was going to be Wayward Son.
Scooter says, is your phone on Do Not Disturb? No calls from Mom. She's asleep by now, hopefully. And Journey, just so you know, that's kind of a joke between us. Every time I'm watching Poe, my mom calls.
Hi, Laura. Hi, Laura Waldy.
That's pretty funny.
Sorry, I've never actually showed him the screen here, like how the
All right, now carry on. You're never going to forget that, are you?
No, nobody is. Hey, and Journey, have you seen that picture
Hi, Keela.
Which picture?
of him with the Pop-Tart?
No.
It was on my community tab.
Oh, you got to show her.
Let me see if I can. It's on my community tab, but I got to show you. So
It was karma dished out to me for stealing her Pop-Tart. The karma was I forgot how to eat it once I got it in my mouth.
he was on more.
I was on some happy drugs.
Just as a reminder, we have to talk nice on here. Let's see.
You're missing all the comments on me.
I know.
I didn't know I was a slut.
Dawn, you're right, Dawn. That picture does need to go viral. I'm sorry. I'm trying to pull it back up, but it was back a little ways.
Yes, I'm feeling better for now, Laura, but it's like an old car. Something is always tearing up on me.
Here you go.
Oh my goodness.
I look like I had some weird substance in my mouth.
That's so funny.
I literally forgot how to chew it up. So
All I know is I came back from the bathroom and he was over there in the hospital bed, and I looked over and he's just staring off his face like that with my Pop-Tart in his mouth.
I know when I broke my wrist in February, they gave me fentanyl, but that didn't even touch because it was a bad break. And but then they also gave me like I forget what it was, but it was higher than morphine, and then another one that makes you hallucinate.
I'm kind of an expert on all the drugs. Not that I take them, but they
No,
gave me.
I get you. I just can't think of it. It was a horrible experience.
Was it Dilaudid?
That makes me go flying.
Yes.
It makes me have an itch in my inner ear. I've had it a couple times, but this
Actually-
time I was like, take my arm.
Actually, I'm too afraid to ask for fentanyl, whatever you call it, because it's so potent.
It
And
didn't touch it. It made
Yeah.
it go from like my pain level to a 20, like I was about to pass out, because my
it was frightening. but
my
funny.
it
Mhm.
broke off the joint.
Yeah,
So yeah, and then it cracked the other one.
just a little bit of fentanyl, like
They
not
gave
even
it to me, and I was just like, and then it is like I get to the hospital, and I was like, okay, I'm. It still hurts right there, like I could tell you, but I can keep my eyes open now. But I was like,
fentanyl is the most potent narcotic you can buy, if I'm correct.
and I didn't even get the effects of it.
Yeah.
That's what's so sad.
Now,
But
my drug of choice, and that's, again, it sounds like an addict, but it's just for pain that I know that will take care of my pain, is the Dilaudid. But boy, does that send me to outer space.
It does. They have to put the guardrails because I talk a little. I just go, I could probably fly right now. I feel so good.
Yeah.
No face.
But yeah, no, I had back surgery. I have a spinal fusion. But this one, I was like, why'd I do that? Why'd I fall?
That's exactly what I need, a spinal fusion. I have
He needs one, but
what do I have again? Spinal stenosis with
stenosis.
myelopathy.
With your what?
With myelopathy.
Okay. I have I'm
that's-
getting that. I have stenosis, but I had I worked with special ed, and a kid kicked me in my back,
Oh,
slid out a disc,
or-
and was on my spinal nerve too long for like about 8 months, and so I was going paralyzed, and
Sorry, go ahead.
so they put a spinal fusion in it. 4 bolts and 4 screws later.
Oh, looks like Dawn knows how it's pronounced because she's a registered nurse.
Yeah.
Myelopathy.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I was close.
When I sit, my legs go numb. So I don't like sitting at the computer, and that's when I need to share all the buttons too. Or share.
You're correct, Laura. That the fentanyl is I think they call it the zombie drug too.
The one time I get it, I don't get to go happy mode. No, it was really bad. And I used to be an EMT before I went to work with kids. It was my first career.
Yeah.
So I already had 2 careers, and then I went on disability.
You got to ride around in an ambulance.
I did. Yep, and drive it. So,
Sorry, no face. I know you
but
said
that was
no face
before
to the lip.
fentanyl was allowed on the
No face
on
to
the
lip.
rig. So
So I was gonna say
On the
no face
bus.
to the lip for 5 minutes and came back and you were here. This is no face. This is my other half. This is Scott.
Hello, no face.
He's on there somewhere.
oh, Kilo.
Well, you can't see him because he don't have a face.
Dilaudid is strong. That's for sure.
Yes, morphine's okay, but
Morphine. It's like
It didn't
ibuprofen.
really touch
I could
me.
take 1,000 milligrams of ibuprofen, and that's not touching anything. Because I had migraines all my life. So I'm like, I'm a little aspirin.
yeah.
Keela
That's
said
why
that-
with the aspirin, when L. Ron Hubbard was saying there's an aspirin addiction epidemic, it makes me laugh. You
L.
can't
Ron
have
Hubbard. What
You
a
can't
joke.
have an aspirin addiction.
I'm sorry,
back
but
then.
he's a clown.
Oh, trust me, this crowd you don't have to
That's what
say
I
something.
mean. Yeah, don't take aspirin. You'll get addicted. And it's like, no.
Wait a minute. Isn't he pushing up daisies right now, L. Ron Hubbard?
No.
Oh,
he's
yeah. He's been dead
dropped
since
the body and
86.
went to Target too.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's off course.
Oh.
That's what they
He
say.
hasn't shown up for post. They get a 21-year leave of absence, and then they're supposed to come back, and he hasn't.
Yeah,
He's
was
like
supposed to
30.
Oh.
He's supposed to come
30
back in what, 2007?
Yeah. No one has come back. Let's just say that. No one has come back on post.
Or if they did,
Well,
I would
that's
say if they did come
I
back,
know, that
and
should tell you
remember they were-
something too.
I would say if they did come back and remember they were Scientologists, they ran the other way. Like, what was I thinking? Keela said to tell you that she's also a paramedic. I don't know if you can see the chat or not.
Yes, I can.
Okay.
That's awesome. Yeah, I wanted to work with kids.
keep up the good work, Keela.
I realized when I was
I'm not
getting
being
my
sarcastic.
license, I had my permit, and the company I worked for was fine with that, but I was trying to get my permit, and I have apparently a hostile woman problems, and
Google Mom.
so
Is that me?
I constantly have micro specks of blood in my urine constantly. And so they were like, nope, you have a medical condition. And so the medical term for a woman's period is a menses, but the DMV would not allow it. So I could not have a period.
Wow.
So I was like, okay, I'm getting my phlebotomy license. I worked in an ER.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And I should have warned y'all with him sitting down. The cats they'll flood worse than they do when it's just me.
That's okay. There's therapy for me. I have a sleepy puppy right next to me.
What state are you in right now?
I am in California. I'm in
Oh,
Northern California. So I'm close to Sacramento. I'm right
I
in
was
between
fixing to
San
say
Francisco
Sacramento.
and Sacramento. So everything is 2 hours, no more than 2 hours away. The Sierra
Wow.
Mountains, San Francisco, Sacramento, Monterey.
Yeah, cool.
Uh,
I've always wanted to go to California.
It's I think it's overrated, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah,
I just wanted to see the celebrities in that well, not earthquakes, but celebrities.
I get you.
But most of the reason I want to go is because I just want to sing. I'm going back to Cali.
I know.
Oh, sorry.
We have
I don't think so.
one of our cats is Callie, and we sing that to her all the time. She's going back to Cali.
Every time I see Beverly Hills, I think of the Weezer song, Beverly Hills. That's where I want.
Yeah.
I get that song stuck in my head.
Yeah, that's where I want to go.
Yeah.
Okay, living in Beverly Hills. Yeah.
Yeah.
We have, I was just going to tell you, we have certain cats here that like me and certain cats that like him and some that like both of us. So when we sit together, we get covered. I mean, like Sabrina here, she likes us both. She's mostly mine, but she likes us both. There is one cat that may pop up here that only likes him. She'll like me.
Oh, Dawn says I've got to come to Southern Cali for that.
Yeah. It's okay.
For the celebrities, yes. There are, because I grew up in Napa Valley. I don't know if you guys know about that place. It's a wine country.
They make a lot of wine, don't they?
Oh yeah. And so a lot of celebrities go up there.
Nobody believes me, but I was born and raised in southeastern Compton.
Southeast what?
I'm from Compton.
Liar.
Stop.
Just to let you know, if you were raised in Compton and you're white,
And
especially back in the day.
she said she keeps saying Callie. Here she is. She gave her name.
She's a tortoiseshell cat.
Yeah, I've told them, they know, anybody that watches the Lifeboat, here's Squirrel's twin.
Yeah, Robin Williams lived up in the hills in Napa Valley.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So many celebrities have died, you know.
I feel like I'm in the generation where all the old and great generation is just going. Especially what you watch TV, the movies, just like your childhood is just
it's
going out the window. And it's like,
it is, especially
you can't be
when
that old.
when it started
Like,
with
wait a minute. Yeah.
Whitney Houston and Prince and Michael Jackson and George Michael, and then it just keeps going and going. It's like all your 80s bands are dying too.
Mm-hmm. Because it's almost like everybody is they're going in clumps. They're TB body TB. Thetan body, yeah. Thetan body clusters. But it's so I have to make a joke.
Yeah.
Because
cool.
with everybody passing away, and I just did a 2 separate lives, part 1 and part 2 of my life story, and when my mom passed away in 2021. So that's why I had to make a joke right there, because it's heavy when people pass away or have health issues, and then it's sudden.
And pets too.
And what?
Pets.
Oh yeah, definitely. But I'm thankful my husband's healthy. It's me that has all the health issues. And
I'm sorry about all. I'm sorry. I thought I had a lot, you know.
Well, the reason
and that's what's great, because I thought I was, I was 38. 3 days before I turned 39, I was placed on permanent disability. And I said, oh, hell no, you're wrong. I did not plateau. And so I ran a 5K, and then I did a marathon, but I only really did half. But I got the medal. So if anybody asks, I finished the full. Because I was not supposed to run or anything. Since I broke my arm, I get to gain all the weight I lost in the 3 years. But
what's all wrong with you? I mean, what are your conditions?
Like, what's not wrong? Let's see. I have so all my reproductive organs grow cysts and benign tumors. So I am taken off. Like, I was told I cannot have any more kids at 35.
Oh.
And I cried, and that's when it really, like, I have of course, titanium in my back, titanium in my wrist. I have stenosis, and they said in my lifetime I will have another spinal fusion, because
man,
only 1 in 3 are successful. So the woman next to me had the same surgery, and she was having a horrible time. Here I'm like, what's next? Let's go. Let's move it. Nope, I'm not going to be stuck this way. Let's go. Because I could not bend my knees and ankles. I had to rebuild all the muscle memory and all the muscles back into my foot. So just last fall, I started rebuilding. I realized on the top of my right foot, when I drove, it would go numb because the muscle would pull on my ankle to turn because I didn't have all the muscles working.
Yeah.
What else is wrong? Those are the main issues.
How old are you again?
I'm 42.
Oh, wow.
I fought so hard to get off permanent disability that I worked a year and a half retail, like 40, like I already had 2 careers. What am I doing now? And then I fell and I'm on long-term disability trying to get my wrist back.
Yeah.
My wrist is never going to be the same, my strength. And because I broke both bones, but they only paid attention to one, it's when you feel it, it feels wrong. Like it doesn't feel like a real. And so I'm trying to get whatever I can back there. And
I bet your husband's been a real rock for you.
for 2 years, I could not wash my hair. He had to wash it. And it's been unbelievable. I've been, this December will be 20 years we've been married. And we've been together since high school. And so what we've been through is absolutely incredible that we're still together, just because you would think one of us would be like, nope, too much. But no, he's been by my side, helping me. He's actually been an incredible human being. And
that's like me. There's nothing I wouldn't do for her.
It's absolutely beautiful and amazing. I'm so glad you guys have each other, especially through the hard times and in the great times.
Mango. Sorry, I'm eating. I shouldn't be being a diabetic, but I'm eating Haagen-Dazs creamy mango.
Oh, I thought it was yogurt. I was like, you can eat yogurt, right? If you're diabetic.
Yes, creamy mango.
I never had that.
Well, I was a big Bluebell fan, but I'm not paying $9 anymore for a half a gallon of ice cream. So
everything is like $10 now, $10 to $20.
I know, and I was looking for something a little bit cheaper, but just as long. And I discovered I love Haagen-Dazs.
And I'm sorry, I wanted to say good night, Scooter Mom. I saw that go by a minute ago.
Good night, Scooter Mom.
This has got orange juice in it.
The reason we were having this stream to start with, I hadn't even got to tell him about sin.
And that's why I had to make light of it.
Yeah.
Keela, I have my L5 and S1. So just above my tailbone, I have one single vertebrae. Or however that goes now. I don't know. When I sit, so right now I'm kind of leaning back, but I still feel pressure on my spine, and I get a really weird, it's almost like an overwhelmed fuzzy feeling. So I can't think straight. But yeah, the spine. Yeah. So I have that fused together, and they're most likely going to have to go
lick
up.
it. They'll eat it.
And it's. I want to be able to move as fast as I want when I want.
Sorry, trying to scare the cats off doing something they shouldn't.
No, I had to change my own diaper. That was horrible. That was absolutely horrible.
Oh, I bet.
To lose that, I'm like, toddlers can move faster than me and be potty trained. Yeah. So tons of obstacles.
The reason we started this stream is because one of the ladies is really active in the chat. She's all, matter of fact, she'd be in here in something like this.
Yeah.
Her name is Sin, and her husband had a massive heart attack and passed away today in her arms.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, that terrifies me, that you can be alive one second and dead the next.
And I joke with my daughter, I'm like, you're not going to survive this life. So don't, because she has severe anxiety, regular generalized, and it's more sensory. So when the wind blows, she was screaming as a kid, go give her a bat. Everything was oversensitive to her. And I was like, you got to live the beautiful moments. because you're not gonna survive. And we joke about it. We have dark humor, but it's unbelievable when it could happen like that.
I know.
And I'm sorry for those of you who may not have heard that already. Sin, just oh hell no, or Sinfully Good, Cooking Americana. She's got several different channels. Yeah, her husband had a massive heart attack and passed away today. So she she needs all the support she can get.
Died in her arms. Didn't
Yeah, they said he died in her
I
arms.
didn't know that detail. I just learned a little while ago from your wife that he died of a massive heart attack.
Yes, it is. It is frightening, Sandy. Wandy.
Sandy Wandy. Yeah,
Sandy
Scooter
Wandy.
Mom was the one that told me.
Yeah, and Jason and Dawn, the nurse, registered nurse, they put some really kind comments towards your way too. If you wanna find them, they're just recent.
Yeah.
Jason was like, you found a good man and everything, and
yeah.
Jason's a good one. Jason's always been very supportive. I appreciate it. So many of y'all have always been supportive. And Misha said you sound like a very strong woman.
Oh, thank you. I try to be. At times, it seems impossible. But,
Every time I see Awakened, I see Misha's name, I always saw it as Awakened by the Looking Glass until I saw where somebody had seen it as Awake Ned. And now I can't unsee that. Now I think if it's Awake Ned instead of Awakened. Because I couldn't figure out who they were talking to. And I think it was in the lifeboat. I kept seeing people saying, "Hey, Ned." And I'm like, who's Ned?
You want to hear something that happened to me that I can't seem to get over? I probably never will. It's extremely sad. My mother died in 2018. So what was that? 6 years ago. And it's not that she died. I mean, we knew that she was. I was a mama's boy, and I loved her. She was my best friend, pretty much. And anyway, I'll just get to the point. She died on January 13th, 1972.
No, not 2018.
I mean, not. She died on January 13th, 2018. And the month and day is what I'm having a hard time getting over. It was my birthday. So I don't really want to celebrate my birthday anymore. I just want to kind of not do nothing.
That's what happened to my brother. My husband. His grandma died on his birthday.
Yeah.
And he's like, nope. And we were there when she passed away in the hospital.
Yeah.
And we knew she was declining with pneumonia, but we just and she had dementia, or Alzheimer, whichever one. But we didn't think she was actually gonna die. So,
yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it is what it is.
It is, and
I just can't believe. I'm just amazed by 365 days in a year, and she died on that 1 month and 1 day. The day that she gave birth to me is the day that she passed away. And I googled it. What are the chances of a son dying on his? Of his mom dying on his birthday. And I don't remember the exact percentage, but it was like lottery kind of, up there with the lottery. It was like 0.02% chance or something like that. Anyway, it was like winning the mega lottery probably twice in a day or something like that. I don't know. It don't happen much.
Yeah. I mean, I wish I knew the answer to why certain things happen like that. Because it just makes things 1,000 times worse. And yeah, it
What?
does change.
Oh, it's
And Dawn, I'm so sorry about your friend.
yeah.
And Susan said, I understand, Scott. My daddy died on my sister's birthday.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I've got it. I'm trying. I don't actually have a sturdy place to set the computer, so I'm like holding it in my lap.
I have my iPad. That's why it's like I can hold it up.
Yeah.
All right.
Um,
I'll see y'all later. It's nice meeting you.
Are you running away?
Yep.
We'll be that way then. We didn't want to talk to you
get
anymore.
some
Anyway.
rest.
All right, I'll be in there in a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Thank you for opening it up so I can meet you guys. And
You're very welcome. And hey, this has been a very special stream. I got my first guests on here. Finally got to talk to you face to face. Got to see John for a few minutes, and my other half appeared on the screen for the first time. So now y'all know who did that extremely loud sneeze. What the heck was that? That was not him. That was the cats, by the way. Just a kind of a funny story involving him, which he still laughs about it. The first time it was the first time I went on a stream with anybody. I went on with Cricket. He was in the other room. He was like 2 rooms away, and he has this really loud sneeze. So, see, Susan said that sneeze. He sneezed and scared everybody in the chat, and I'm used to it. So everybody was like, "You didn't even react." I said, "I'm just so used to it, I guess." But it was extremely loud. Susan said she was peeling herself off the ceiling like a cat. I don't know if you know who Maya and Art, aka Alice in Art Supply Wonderland, I think is her full username. She has a short that she made of that, and she couldn't get it to send to me, but she's got it posted on her channel. Y'all you can watch it of him with that sneeze. Yeah, everybody on here is saying that it's very nice to meet you.
Okay, them too.
He said y'all too.
Aw.
But yeah, that's he of the sneeze heard around the world.
Yeah.
Journey, I'm so glad you came on here tonight. It was so nice. It was so good to get to sit here and talk to you.
Yeah. It's good to, yeah. Thank you so much for opening the space. It's,
You're very welcome.
oh, Jason.
And Jason, I'm so sorry. Jason said it's so hard. I lost my mom, dad, and brother all within 2 years. I'm all that's left of my nuclear family. Thank goodness for this community. It has helped. Jason, I'm so sorry. You know,
He lost what?
his mom, dad, and brother all within 2 years. You know, all my husband has left of his, immediate family is 2 sisters. He's lost his mom, dad, brother, and his nephew. So yeah, we get it.
Yeah. And I went over everything I lost 3 years ago. Yeah, I'm alone too. Because I lost my mom to cancer, and then my brother to domestic violence, and I'm not safe over there. And then it's me and sitting with my thoughts. So because it is what it is. And so this week I had I realized I've been crying, I think almost for a year now, every night, and I couldn't figure out why. I just thought it was being overwhelmed with, a teen and work, and now this, just health and everything.
Yeah.
But I think I haven't really properly grieved, because how do you do that when you're stuck with, no closure?
Exactly.
And
And yeah, it actually to my mods can Sandy or Susan, can one of y'all post Journey's channel in there? Anybody who hasn't subbed to Journey, I know she's told a lot of her story over there. I've got to go finish watching it, but and also for Keela's saying, mental health matters. Journey, I don't know if you've been to Keela's new channel, her that she does with Gretchen, all that mental health matters. I think you'd really love it.
Okay.
I wish he could cancel
Yeah,
that.
my husband keeps saying I need to talk to a therapist again, but I so every time you talk about a little about your history, especially if it's traumatic, and then the person just goes, okay, revisiting just opens up old wounds, so we'll just move forward and build new memories. And that's what the last therapist said to me, and I was like, what?
Yeah, can't.
I know I had no resolve whatsoever. I mean, I have night terrors that I have to take medication for because my life is, constantly in fear for my life. So it's one of those, I'm like, what do you mean forget it?
And
Yeah, I'm like, okay. So I'm like, I don't want to go through that whole selection of the right therapists. I know it's helpful, and I wouldn't say to another person, therapy's not helpful. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm just saying, in this whole process, especially of dealing with the crap that I've had and needing still to be strong, I feel like taking the time for me out from everyone and is more selfish, and then taking the time to find that one person would take too much time away from everybody else that I need to be strong for, if that makes sense. And it's like I don't want to do that.
oh,
So I'll definitely go over to that channel. Is it what was it again?
hey, Papa Smurf, it's mental health matters. If and Sandy, I think it is Journey 2020, right? That's your handle, or is
The
it
Journey 2020.
Journey 2020?
Yeah. I didn't put trigger warning on it. I thought I was just gonna talk and be nonchalant. Yeah, this happened, just matter of fact. But I cried through the whole thing, and then
Hey,
I
it's
was
okay.
affected by it. Just
It's
so.
okay.
Oh.
Thank you for posting that, Susan and Sandy. Thank you for posting that one. I think looks like Sandy Wendy has posted Keela's new channel, and Susan posted yours. So
Thank you. I have thought about getting the shot. I talked to Jamie Mustard through Instagram before everybody started looking into getting the shots. Because I found him when he first did his interview. I forget with who, but he was talking about the book that he did with his doctor and everything, and it's almost $5,000.
right,
My daughter just entered the 11th grade. We're about to get hit with all these freaking bills. Thankfully,
right,
she doesn't want to drive, and I was like, "You can have anything you want." Just
right,
because she saved us a lot of money.
right, exactly.
Wow.
And I see, Awaken and Papa Smurf, I see both of you on here talking about, losing your, Awaken losing your mom, and Papa Smurf, I know you've had a really bad time with losing your dad. I'm so sorry to both of y'all. The closest I can come, I think, is when I lost my cousin. Um, the one I was talking about earlier, the cousin I mentioned, everybody calls him Booger. Well, the brother that nicknamed him that, his name was Johnny. He was
Jimmy and Johnny.
Jimmy and Johnny, yeah. And Johnny
I was
was,
the mom. I would get them so mixed up.
oh yeah,
It's like J names. Let's go.
my mom, which she's there. she's our aunt. She got them all mixed up, and when after Johnny passed away, we were like, please make sure you call him Jimmy.
Oh
You know,
gosh.
but
Oh.
Johnny was in a car accident caused by somebody texting and driving, and he lived for like 11 days and never woke up again. So yeah, it was bad.
Oh man.
That's been the hardest loss I think that I've been through.
Right.
But then again, how do you say which one's hardest? Because I've lost
You
my aunt.
can't even, especially with your other half saying even pets.
Mhm.
It's hard because it's a loved one. It's memories, and especially growing up or part of your adult life.
Right. And I think that Jimmy and Johnny both, but they're my older cousins and they were protective, and I kind of had them both on a pedestal.
Are they older than you?
Yeah, 5 and 7 years older than me. Johnny was 5 years older, and Jimmy is 7 years older. But was Jimmy still with us? Jimmy survived a brain aneurysm a few years after Johnny. So yeah, but I think my prayers around that time was, look, God, I've already lost one of them. I don't think I can handle losing the other.
Right. And I see Tori Magoo talking about she's at the age where she's losing everybody.
Yeah.
And I can't even put myself in that area where everyone around you is older, but that one and that one, and I would be depressed. I don't know what I would do.
Well,
Because with my mom passing, the mortality, just that thought that, oh my gosh, because the doctor gave her 3 months. And
right.
it was literally 3 months. March to June.
My dad has been through cancer twice, beaten it twice, and he's got a spot now that he has to go have checked next month. And I'll be honest, I'm scared, because if it's cancer again, that's 3 times. He's strong, but that scares me.
It's an uphill battle.
Right.
It's one of those things where it's like, how many times do you gotta?
My husband said he really likes you.
Oh.
I bet you a sweet woman.
He said you're very sweet.
That's what people say. But did he hear me when I wanted to bury my husband?
He said, yeah, but were you here when she was telling me I wanted to bury her husband when she was pregnant?
Make me mad enough and I'll dig your grave. Let's go. You want to go?
My little Velcro cat is back.
My girls got their treat, so they were like, we're good.
Well, she just wants to be wherever I am, pretty much. Even when y'all don't see her on the camera, she's usually close by. She just may not be right in front of the camera. Well, Journey, it was really, really good to talk to you.
Yeah.
Carry on says, is your dad's cancer the same one that came back, or a different type of cancer? They're actually, so the first two, they're saying that they weren't related at all, and I don't know how that works, but he had esophageal cancer the first time, and then the next time he had bladder cancer, and now he's got a spot on his lungs. So I don't know how, I don't know how.
My mom had both lung cancer and breast cancer when she was diagnosed.
Wow.
I guess one cannot go to the other, but the other one can go to it. And I forget which one. I think lung can't go to breast, but breast can go. One of those. Yeah. And because they did a biopsy, and they're like, it's his own cancer. And that's why she couldn't do any treatment. She could do treatment, but it's only going to give her a month. because the other one, I mean, it was throughout her body by the time she did a PET scan. It was in every organ and her bones, about to go to her brain.
Sheila was wanting to know if you would be interested in coming on their Mental Health Matters channel.
Sure. This is my first channel that I've been on, that I jumped on.
I feel so special.
I'm a not very known channel, and because I'm not good with technology, but but I do talk a lot. That's for sure. I'm not shy.
Me neither. But if y'all, I don't know if you want to email me, I can get you in touch with Keila. I've got her email somewhere, or I've got her on Messenger. So it's my email. It's on my page, but it's just my username. It's Miss Sunrise Dawn, no spaces. It's MissSunriseDawn@gmail.com. And y'all, and while I'm thinking about it, y'all please don't forget to hit like or dislike or whichever. Can't tell you how to think, but
whether or not you're OSA or not, it just hits the algorithm anyways. But yeah, where you're at, it's probably really late. I'm probably keeping you on, huh?
No, fine.
I'm so thankful for this community, and I didn't think that I'm so used to that the chaos in the world and just waiting for that boot to drop, that shoe, with just the statistics of an offender, just evil out there. And I felt like I was a magnet for it. So I'm like, wherever I'm going to go, I'm going to bring it with me, I guess. I don't know.
Right.
But I've learned as I grown older, I'm like, no, it's not me. It's the world. Got little both beauty and ugliness. So it was great talking to you.
Thank you. Like I said, I feel so special that you came on here first. You're my first person to have on here, and then plus John and before we go though, hey, maybe Janet wants to know if you can sneeze.
I can't make myself. I have to actually sneeze.
Janet, he said he can't sneeze on command, and Reverend Red remembers their sneeze heard around the world.
Besides, it wakes our daughter up.
Yeah, plus, it would wake our daughter up. Janice says that your sneezes can cause an earthquake. Janice said your sneezes can cause an earthquake.
Aftershocks?
Yeah, and the aftershocks. All right. Yeah. Well, thank y'all for coming on here. Thank you for hanging out with me and Journey. It was so good to get to talk to you.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, even though I'm still crying, I'm just thankful for the space and company. Thank you.
You're so welcome.
Tell her to hang in there.
And Scott said, tell you hang in there.
And him too.
And you too. All right.
We got this, though. We got this.
So. Yes, we do. And this is my little emotional support cat.
Oh.
Can you tell him bye?
So happy.
Usually she'll talk. And Jason, you're very welcome. I'm so glad y'all came in here to hang out with me. And Jason, tell Crafty I said hi and give her a hug for me. But anyway, so
guys, I'm out.
Osa's signing out too.
Good night, guys.
All right, bye, y'all.
Bye.
And everybody, I hope y'all have a great day. Everybody stay safe. I'm so glad you've all been here. And to my mods, thank you for being here.
And don't forget to spay and neuter your pet.
My husband's saying don't forget to spay and neuter your pets. He's a goofball. All right, y'all. Bye.
I did that.